Let's get to it. God's work, not the hard work. We got Candace Owens teams up with Judge Joe Brown. Order in the court in the battle of wits. That's how I chose to title this video today. All right. Double tap the screen on the way in the door. Share this video with a person or somebody that care about this type of stuff that we be kicking around over here. You know what I'm saying? And as you know, it's God's work, not the hard work. All right. Yeah, Candace Owens and Judge Joe Brown. We thought we ain't never going to see that. Not the hard work. All right. Well, we do see it today. All right. Interesting setup. Crazy. I mean, my man, you know something about this? This is what I love about this, that they never say allegedly. These are like the professional, not it's either they don't give a or they not lying. One or the other. But let's go back and wait for the audience to pull up. You know what I'm saying? Let's go back into this. Kamala Harris.
Ask you about Kamala Harris. How you feel about her?
She's a piece of shit. I was in California.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, he doesn't say allegedly when they say, how do you feel about her? And when he speaks about Willie Brown, that's why we all feel so comfortable talking about Mr. Willie Brown. You know what I'm saying? Interesting dialogue because he knows her father and he knows Willie Brown. Ain't that a coincidence? You know what I'm saying? But like I said, no allegedly's on this guy here. I was going in on everybody.
But I gotta ask you about Kamala Harris. How you feel about her?
She's a piece of shit. I was in California. She lacked professional competence and she worked on it by hiking up her hemline when she needed influence rather than researching. I was out in California for 15 years doing my show when she was at her peak.
This week I'll be putting my products because I am an Amazon influencer now. Congratulations, Mac Me. I do affiliates too, but you know, I'm an official influencer now with Amazon. Thank y'all, the crowd that come here by the fucking droves. You know, like millions. I got 1.6 million new people checking the channel out. You know, like we get those type of analytics. So salute to everybody and salute to Amazon for making me an influencer.
And she had a reputation amongst.
I don't know what I'm gonna sell you yet. You know what I'm saying? I might sell you some pink Coke. Who knows? You know,
trial lawyers are being.
Go for Mac Me. Double tap the screen, get the likes up, or go to the top right, hit the 3 dots. If you're on the Trump train, type 1 early, or put them carrots in the carrot. Yeah, we're gonna get smoky today. And I do got a story of a 12-year-old that apparently killed 3 motherfuckers, shot them all up in their head and all type of shit. And he confessed it. Oh man, he's a little fucking demon. Watch when you see this video.
And lazy. She just hiked her skirt.
Migrants, let me tell you something about these migrants, right? They're giving these cats top dollar. Top dollar, yeah. It's opened up 14,000 new hotel rooms in New York for them. They lowered welfare for you regular motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Regular gangbangers, $120, $121 a month for your regular. You might as well just go become a citizen of one of these other countries and then sneak back into the country over here. You feel where I'm coming from? That might work for you because then you'll be a fucking a degenerate, illegal migrant and they'll pay you for your services. Thank you very much for sneaking into this country. Here you go. Because the Democrats that were fighting for their grandmother to stay in them fucking funky ass projects and could keep on collecting that welfare, guess what? They reduced that shit. They want them out the projects.
Skirt up and try to flirt.
My bad. Let's get to it.
Our lawyers are being lazy. She just hiked her skirt up and try to flirt. And she wasn't that good in the courtroom, if not pretty bad in the courtroom. So I'm not surprised at what she does. She's 60 years old, and I think listening to her word salad and the way she talks, I think she's got early onset dementia and also some problems.
All right, so let's get, I just wanted to remind y'all that my man right here doesn't say the word allegedly. He goes right in and so does Candace. So let me get into this. Man. And he be laying it out smooth too. My man came up in there with the fucking shades on. You know what I'm saying? Like the leather jacket looking like John Shaft. He talking about these pimps, all type of shit. He's wilding. I fuck with Judge Joe Brown.
Didn't want anybody to look at 9.8 million. You want to see what's going on. Well, that's not anything compared to what Trump and Musk get on X.
Yeah, well, the numbers that you're pulling right now, I would say, are equivalent to Trump and Musk, particularly a clip of you that's on stage. So I'm going to tell you what I saw, and I've actually played clips of you on my show as well. The thing that I love about judges is you guys you tend to have a really good memory and a great record with the truth. And I can say, after speaking with you leading up to this, you don't forget a thing. You do.
And like Diddy, ain't nobody coming out here saying that he's lying.
Sometimes you want
nobody's going against him and nobody's fighting
for to forget some things. You say, oh, no, did I do that back when? But then sometimes you don't.
Yeah, and you clearly remember a lot, and you were running the exact same circles as Kamala Harris. You're out in California. So can you explain to us how you met her father, just how that came about?
What was going on is this is a convoluted story. Magic Johnson's mother.
Pay attention, because I listened to this 2 times, and I didn't really get it. I had to go back one more time to,
this is a convoluted story. Magic Johnson's mother, a fine woman, and one of her buddies, who was the oldest sister of a personal friend of mine, would always involve me in these projects with the islands, right? So they got me down there, and I was supposed to participate in the youth program in Jamaica. So I was the guest of the Prime Minister and the Governor General.
And who was that at the time?
Well, let's not get into that because there's some complications with that. And who
y'all think it was? I wish B1 was around here to tell me who the fuck it was.
My ex and we were attendees at this dinner, so we got introduced to everybody's favorite Hindu professor. And you were sitting next to my
that was her father,
ex-wife or wife at the time, for a while. So we all had this back and forth questioning thing at the table. So it was quite interesting. And I recall running into him back in the 60s. He and his wife were grad students up in the Bay Area, and I was an undergrad at UCLA. So there was a back and forth between Los Angeles, man, where you go crazy and then go to the asylum up in the Bay Area. So it was interesting what was going on back then.
So how was his demeanor when you guys are at this dinner and you're in Jamaica? What do you think about him?
He's reserved.
Reserved. Okay.
Dignified, laid back.
Mm-hmm. But still involved and my understanding is that he's been involved in politics actually for a long time, has had an interest in politics his entire life.
Yes, quite. I'd call him a Marxist.
A Marxist. And that is exactly what I've heard from a family member of his, that he, from the time he was very young, was always involved in Marxist meetings and Marxist groups, kind of a dyed-in-the-wool commie. I don't think that's something that he's ashamed of, by the way. I think he wrote about in the Jamaican Global Online how he...
Jamie Foxx claims Diddy touched him, Lansky. Come on, man. What are we doing? I got to show it, bro. Now I got to take him down the rabbit hole, bro.
Sort of raised up on the...
Jamie Foxx claims Diddy touched
politics.
We know Diddy touched him.
Via who he purports to be his grandmother, Christiana Brown. But it's interesting that you said you were introduced to a Hindu professor.
Mm-hmm.
What made you think that he was...
Boy, it's about to get smoky on this.
Hindu.
That's the introduction.
That was the introduction. Okay. Mm-hmm. And your wife?
What is she?
No, did she get to talk to him about that?
She talked to him, and it was interesting because at that time there was
this motherfucker say
no reason to put him with anybody special until you started putting all of it together. He was a Marxist, and when he was up in the Bay Area, a lot of things were going on up there. That was the Liberty Park up there, where in 1964, a lot of what was going on that led to the rousing unrest of the 60s.
An hour ago, Candace Owens, right? She just dropped another video an hour ago. Go check it out for yourself, because I'm not gonna play it right now. Another family member just exposed her, and she's up on fucking Candace Owens show. So check that out too.
In the public,
I'll go look for it, and I'm post the link up for y'all to check it out.
Demonstrations was happening. My in-laws were from up there, and I didn't know them then because I think my ex-wife was born the same year that Kamala was born. So, you know, this was before all of that, but this was the locus of a lot of things going on. The Black Panther Party was up there, developed. So it was pretty radical in Berkeley, Oakland.
They keep on just fucking jumping up on Candace Owens' channel, exposing her.
And this is where the action was. UCLA was in Los Angeles that was a bit more civilized. You know, really wild up there in the Bay Area. So he gravitated to that. That's the way I would analyze it. So there was a Marxist thing up there. Also, this was during the rise of Jim Jones, which is another thing. You know Jim Jones, the Kool-Aid and the picnic. A sponsor, Willie Brown, Maxine Waters, and some other people Nancy Pelosi were staunch supporters of Jim Jones. Interesting. Yes, you need to look into that. You'll find some very...
Hold up, I'm going to get to it. There's a specific part. I wrote some notes down on this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go to the part.
A bunch of people, obviously we know that with Martin Luther King. And this journalist who was from San Francisco and attended Berkeley recently wrote a piece saying that he knew that Kamala's mother was involved with the feds and the program MKUltra. And when I read this, it seemed so far out. And then as I was learning from Donald's family that he was a dyed-in-the-wool communist, and I'm learning that he was extremely secretive, and I'm kind of thinking, why was Kamala's mom, who was like a top-rated scientist?
I'm going to go to the part where he's talking about hip-hop, man. Y'all got to hear this shit. Because Joe Brown, he got the receipts.
That young black men are supposed to be the epitome of masculinity, so let's effeminize them. And then you can effeminize the whole public, because the young white guys will try to copy the young black guys. And if you effeminize the young black guys, you get everybody in this mess. And then that led to what they did with the rap genre, which has been stagnant for 45 years. It hasn't changed.
But also,
the video link that I just put up there is Candace Owens' channel. That's another family member just reached out. The shit got released 2 hours ago now. This shit gonna have 1 million views by the night, guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? Check that link out.
So it's exceedingly homosexual. I mean, everyone's gay.
Yes, it is. And the other thing is, it's not very masculine, because some of the...
We're talking about hip-hop music, and don't, you know, it is what it is.
Malinformed feminists say it's this sexual fantasy. That's not what you're looking at when you're looking at the half-naked bimbos bouncing on stage behind the rap artist and the gangster hip-hop rap video. That's not his girlfriend. That's his mama, grandmama, and their friend girls and their favorite aunts. So they ideate on feminist stuff like who's going to take care of me, and I got women I live of. I'm not a producer.
Yeah, J.L. Hoover was black. You know what I mean?
I'm not a protector, and you got this whole downhill spiral.
I mean, I don't give a fuck what color he was, but that's interesting as fuck. He started the FBI, just in case y'all don't know.
which is leading us to where we are right now, where there's no duty, honor, accountability, responsibility, bravery, courage. There's no.
Exactly, because they got everything feminized. I'm about to make y'all mad. Watch this shit here. So was Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, we know about him being black too. I really don't care, man, but I just find it interesting that they will hide their nationality or their ethnicity. Check this shit out right here, man. These are the weirdos we gotta deal with out here right now, man. Look at this fucking dude here.
A lot of videos about cutting contact with your parents.
Ayo, DS1. I'm sorry. I know we supposed to be kicking it about the Solange topic. I didn't think about it. I just was on autopilot today. So tap in after this shit is done. You know what I'm saying? And let's build.
Cutting contact with your family members, loved ones, and he's just found another.
All right, now this is the shit that we got to deal with. On top of them turning all the black men into black women and shit, or black dudes that act like women.
Reason to do that.
Worry about this shit too.
Should you cut off contact with family members just because they are voting for Donald Trump? Yes. If so far they have not been able or willing to listen to compassion, to listen to kindness, to listen to you, or even to do their own.
Yes, y'all pretty quiet, man. If y'all on that Trump train, type ones in the chat, man, or put them carrots in the chat, and let me know what city you from too, man. Let's go.
Research.
Say sleep in the building. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother, Big Ross, boss. Spam this chat with ones if you're on that Trump train.
And discover that hatred.
Whose uncle is this telling you to not fuck with your family because they voting for Trump? Don't fuck with Trump. If you fucking with Trump, type ones in the chat.
For Donald Trump. Yes. If so far they have not been able or willing to listen to compassion, to listen to kindness, to listen to you, or even to do their own research.
I'm tired of being compassionate and nice to these mooks. Man, fuck them, man.
And discover that hatred's not the answer, that love and kindness is the answer. If they are
most fucking y'all got more hatred than anybody. God forbid you not with that shit. All for something you getting canceled. You can't get no money. It's fuck you. Your family won't cut you. What the fuck?
Willing to change.
Dude is telling you don't fuck with your family if they voting for Trump. Period. Don't fuck with your family if they a man thinking that they're a woman, looking like Mozart, looking like cokehead Mozart.
Because they are voting.
Looking like Harry Pothead.
For Donald Trump. Yes. If so far they have not been able or willing to listen to compassion, to listen to kindness, to listen.
Motherfucker looks like Pennywise.
Do you cut off contact with family members just because they are voting for Donald Trump? Yes. If so far they have not been able or willing to listen to compassion, to listen to kindness, to listen to you, or even to do their own research and discover that hatred's not the answer, that love and kindness is the answer. If they're
in mental illness,
they're unwilling to change, they must experience.
You gotta be mentally ill not to fuck with somebody just because of who they vote for. Well, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna fuck with y'all if y'all vote for Kamala.
Consequences.
Ooh, it's terrifying. They must face consequences for what? Wanting a strong economy, secure borders, safe cities, for wanting.
Wait till I show y'all what that fat joint Lizzo said, man.
Men out of women's sports and women's spaces. Let's see what else old mate Jeffrey has to say.
But the problem I'm having is all this fear mongering. It's like almost like it gives you them vibes like when Trump was first running and shit, and it was like, if y'all let Trump run the fucking country, we going to war. We're gonna be in World War fucking 55 fucking with Trump. It never happened. We're gonna be broke. You know what I mean? I mean, this dude got COVID handed to him. COVID, bro. How would y'all act under having to deal with this country under COVID, man?
I'm a little scared.
Telling them, yo, listen, man, let the kids go back to school because statistically, they're not even getting sick. Kids turning mentally ill, sitting in the house all fucking day, playing on computers and shit, man. Oh, God.
Scared.
I swear to God, it's a sabotage against the country. They want to put tampons in bathrooms and all that. What do I mean? Just just talking about it. They want to talk about they're eating the cats. Is extreme. Putting tampon machines in boys' bathroom and letting motherfuckers go to jail and change their sex is extreme. Don't you think that will cause a hike in crime? With all these fucking in the closet punks anyway? They'll be dying to go to jail to go get their sex change. They can't get it out in the street. You know how much it costs for a sex change? $20 carry the one times pi. A lot of money, allegedly. This dude here telling you don't cut your family off if they vote for Trump.
And you should not withhold those consequences from them. The consequence in this case would be they don't get your beautiful, loving, wonderful presence in their lives. It's over. And they are gone.
You are a miserable motherfucker, Pennywise. You are a miserable motherfucker advising people to cut your family off because they want to vote for Trump, man. But look at Lizzo. I'm gonna show you Lizzo, man. This is just wow.
The modern left for you folks, mad as cut snakes, and somehow fooling themselves into thinking they are tolerant and inclusive. Now, another celebrity bought
tolerant and inclusive, intolerant and exclusive.
In to push the Kamala bandwagon is.
Let's get the likes up. Double tap the screen or go to the top right, hit the 3 dots. If you're on the Trump train, feel free to spam my chat. If you type all caps, pow, he's out of here. Where? 5th floor with Africa Bambaataa. You know what I mean? We'll talk about that shit later.
Pop star Billie Eilish. She stars in this cringy little video with Mr. Kamala, Doug Knockemout, Ermoff, and his daughter, who I'm told is a model. And there's also some other dude in the video I've never seen before.
Hey everyone.
She's stupid as fuck.
And gentlemen here, we've got to all get out there and make sure you're registered and make sure you're voting early for my wife and Kamala Harris.
What we got to deal with, y'all?
For President of the United States.
You can go to iwillvote.com to check your polling place.
And make sure to vote early, like I will.
Get your vote in early and vote for.
And what the fuck is up with Magic Johnson's son? What the fuck is up with that guy?
Kamala!
And here is another celebrity endorsement, this time from Lizzo.
The worst one.
President, hey!
Tap the screen or go to the top right and hit those 3 dots. That's where the like button is at. And share this video, subscribe. It's free. Hit that button at the top. Let's get going.
Oh my God, no.
Oh, you are so wonderful.
Thank you for everything that you're doing. You're fighting for democracy for this country. I know it's hard, but you're so close. You're almost there.
We are. And you are a part of it. And I thank you for that.
Let's win this.
We will, sister.
Okay?
Come on.
Look how cool this old woman gets. I ain't gonna lie, man. We did polls on Kamala, man. Dudes out here, I don't know who they are. Because they just, they want to smash Kamala, man, for some reason.
And listen here as pop star Lizzo says that voting for the Democrats would turn America into Detroit, and that's a good thing.
I'm so proud to be from this city. You know, they say if Kamala wins, then the whole country will be like Detroit. Okay? Proud like Detroit. Resilient like Detroit.
Yes, let's have the crime through the roof, have the decay, the destruction that you see in Detroit, the fact that so many are fleeing the joint. Yeah, really, do we want to turn America into that? And one more celebrity endorsement before we get some AOC craziness. Here is Usher,
Everybody know ain't no party
a few
like
weeks ago.
Diddy party. Like a Diddy party.
I mean, I thought they erased that off my computer. What the fuck just happened?
Diddy party. Like a Diddy party. Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party. Diddy party.
Oh, wrong show. Sorry, y'all.
Declined to do any sort of political messaging, any sort of political endorsement, but now here he is.
I'm supporting Vice President Harris because she fights.
Why this motherfucker got Kanye clothes on?
For everyone's rights.
Oh, man.
For freedom. And it doesn't matter where you're from. She has a vision for our country that includes everyone. We've lived through some very unfortunate realities of our past. However, we must learn from those moments and understand that the voice that we have makes the difference that we want to see. We have to strive to not allow our past to define our future.
Yeah, you're probably wondering, like, what the fuck is Usher doing up here? Ain't he running around giving people herpes and shit, and and getting fucked at Diddy's party allegedly? So we know why. This is the reason why they hiring so many fucking celebrities at damn near $500,000 a ticket. I mean, I thought Obama getting paid $400,000 with some shit, but learning that this broad was twerking her ass for $400,000, man, that makes everybody's daughter want to twerk their ass. Think about it. I'll be at the fucking president's rally twerking my ass for $400,000. Charleston White, check it out. He speaks about the celebrities and why they get, how much they get paid, and their incentives.
Right. So,
I mean, I can explain it too, but I just like the way Charleston White explains it in a real niggerish way.
Somewhere in the 90s, in the 80s, the Democratic Party began to get in bed with Hollywood celebrities. Yeah. So now that's why you see from Kamala, Obama, all of them ran to our black celebrities.
Oh,
Jay-Z.
I just seen Lizzo just campaigned in Detroit.
Usher
was just in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And so all of these celebrities
Man,
are now,
Plies,
which
Megan
I don't
Thee
Alaikum assalam, sister.
understand it, because if you're somebody like a Usher, why would you want to, or take? Well, I guess Taylor Swift is kind of too big, but I don't understand why they would put their brand on the line in order to, because half of the country is going to go.
That's bad.
Because they're paying. They
That's bad.
Yes, man, they raised a lot of money this year. Man,
we looked it up on the show. We seen how much Megan Thee Stallion got paid. 400 bands. Same, that's the exact amount that they gave Obama. This ain't allegedly. This is the exact amount they got paid.
And let me just say this.
I see ads everywhere.
Man, we didn't pick her.
I
They
know.
gave her us. They gave her to us. Said, this gonna be our president. Joe Biden, get your ass out of the way. This gonna be our president. Man, they didn't pick her.
Yeah.
But when she said, okay, I'm running, man, she raised so much money.
Yeah.
And within 24 hours.
Damn near $1 billion.
So it's no secret that her and her campaign deliberately went after black celebrities. Plies. They reached out to Dr. Umar
You
Johnson.
think that Plies is
Yeah, that's why it been campaign. They paying. Megan Thee Stallion. They all getting
Hey,
paid.
if NWA was in business, they would have hired them. What better way to get more votes? They got niggas in their name. Niggas with an attitude.
Hey, brother. Man, Dr. Umar Johnson. They tried to discredit him. He said, yeah, they offered to get him.
Yeah.
So I lost my Instagram page fucking with Kamala. What's up, Jason Lee? Yes, his home, that's his partner. So so Jason Lee got me back my Instagram page.
And we all shadow ban when it comes down to Kamala name and Trump name. If y'all type my name up right now in the fucking in the search bar, right? Check it out. I'll do it for you right now. Check this out. I'm gonna type my name up, and as much as I got millions and millions of views for talking about Trump, right? But yeah, you type my name in there, Mac. Trump. You would think my name will be littered all over it. Because if you just type my name, check this out. Look what I typed up there. Mac Trump, right? Not one video pops up. The first thing that pops up is Fox News. The next thing pops up, the Times and Sunday Times. The next thing, Sky News, Australia. Places I go to source my information from the news. right? Forbes breaking news. Forbes breaking news. No Mac mean nowhere. But you take Trump name off of this thing right here. Boom, just put Mac mean. Let me show y'all something. Look at that shit. My channel pops up. The video that I'm on right now pops up, right? Mac mean. 8 more. Let's see. Let's look at 8 more. It's all Mac mean. All of this is my videos right here. These are all my videos. You can see 262,000 views, 291,000 views 9 days ago, 11 days ago, 134, 5 days ago, 49,000, 100,000, 123,000. You would think that my name will pop off but when you put his name next to my name in the algorithm, no videos pop up of mine. That's what you call a shadow ban. So we shadow ban. When he says that you get shadow banned and you get your shit knocked down and they censor what you do, it's a fact, because when we talk, our words are being transcribed. I know because I switch words up all the time through subtitling and the analytics. But it picks up everything you're saying. And when you're talking about Trump out here, you're going to get shadow banned. You see, Mac Mean by itself, everything pops up. Mac Mean, True Story, Mac Mean TSTV, which is my other channel. I type Kamala. Let's see if anything pops up with her. Kamala, nothing. Forbes News, NBC News, Sky News Australia, and now This Impact. But I know from looking at the analytics that people are watching Candace Owens' channel. They watching, all the big news stations. They're watching those, and they associate my channel with those. But my name does not pop up in the algorithm at all. Look, Kamala, Trump, nothing. Let me type somebody else's name. Let's say Hassan Campbell. I always used to talk about that motherfucker, right? Boom. Now look at that. My video pops up right here. Wow. You know what I'm saying? And other videos. Look, that's my video too. You can find things. Short thing, right? That's a shadow ban. That's what Charleston White is talking about. That shit is real as fuck. They will take your shit and all of that if you're not speaking. Because the same way they put up money to...
Mac Mean is in the audience. He claims he wants to come up and make peace with you on some Muslim type stuff.
1 second.
And, I never bring you on my show.
Yeah, they target you for talking this shit. Trust me when I tell you. Because although I get way more views talking about, I get a lot of views for talking about Diddy, but you can find me in the algorithm talking about Diddy. I get more
responsible for the legislation, the writing of the civil rights.
View-wise, I got bigger videos talking about celebrity news, right? So talking about Trump is not my highest viewership. Talking about celebrity gossip is my highest viewership. So why can I find my name in there with Diddy? I can't find my name in there with Trump or Kamala. Somebody tell me.
Right. So somewhere in the 90s, in the 80s, the Democratic
that Trump train, type 1 in the chat, man. Spam the fucking chat with ones.
Party began to get in bed with Hollywood celebrities. Yeah. So now that's why you see from Kamala, Obama, all of them ran to our black celebrities.
Oh,
Jay-Z.
I just seen Lizzo just campaigned in Detroit.
Usher
was just in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And so all of these celebrities
are now,
which I don't understand it, because if you're somebody like an Usher, why would you want to, or take, well, I guess Taylor Swift is kind of too big, but I don't understand why they would put their brand on the line in order to, because half of the country is going to go one way or the other anyway.
But because they're paying, they
paying them like that?
Yes, man, they raise a lot of money.
Build like a, Lizzo built like a baked potato. Double tap the screen and go to the top right and hit the 3 dots. That's how you get the lights up. Thank you for being here. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channels at the top, and it's free.
This year, man, and let me just say this.
I see ads everywhere.
Man, we didn't pick her. They gave her us. They gave her to us. Said, this gonna be our president. Joe Biden, get your ass out of the way. This gonna be our president. Man, they didn't pick her.
Yeah.
But when she said, okay, I'm running, Man, she raised so much money, and within 24 hours. So it's no secret that her and her campaign deliberately went after black celebrities. Plies. They reached out to Dr. Umar Johnson.
You think that Plies is
Yeah, that's why.
Look what A. Hill said. Facts.
That's why been campaign. They paying. Megan Thee Stallion. They all getting paid, brother. Man, Dr. Umar Johnson. They tried to discredit him. He said, yeah, they offered to get him.
Yeah.
So I lost my Instagram page fucking with Kamala. What's up, Jason Lee? Yes, he's home. That's his partner. So so Jason Lee got me back my Instagram page. So when they took it, I reached back out to his people. But man, I had for like that for 2 or 3 weeks, I had been making a lot of disparaging posts, really just comedic posts.
Yeah.
But they was taking it as harassment and bashing. So I lost my page because of that bashing.
Felicia says, no matter who wins this election, right? My life will not change. God takes care of me, not no man or woman, even Republican or Democrat. Amen. The only thing I agree with in that whole sentence is amen. See, listen, you're supposed to have faith, but you're supposed to tie your horse. You don't leave your horse to not wander. You tie that motherfucker up to make sure it's there. God ain't create all this food for you to say that I'm going to live off of God's love. I'm going to live off of the land, off of luck. And no, God provided for you to make decisions. If it was that simple, he just left you in the fucking embryo. Salute to you, though.
Crazy.
Yeah. So our black entertainers are our mini gods. And so that's why they always.
I don't understand why. Some of the people that say it doesn't matter if you vote or not. Why are you here? And I ain't talking about on this channel. Why are you here on this earth if you don't count? If nothing you do counts.
Tap into them the presidential election, no other time, and say, hey man, y'all go talk to your people for us and see if they'll get us to vote.
Okay.
But they don't tell them to inform the people, but then at the same time.
That's right. They don't inform you. They don't tell you what you're voting for. They don't tell you the truth. They just want you to follow what? These rappers and actors and all that, which is nothing wrong if they believed in what they was doing, but we know that they being commissioned. They're being paid to change their opinions, their politics and all that shit. It's systematic, man. You can't see it. They even said Trump used to be a Democrat. There's no crime in changing your party. You feel me? Especially when it comes down to the policies that govern your life, because, I think that your vote should be based off of what's relevant policy-wise, not party-wise. You feel me? I'm not really a Republican, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? I see in Trump a motherfucker that don't need the position, and he gives a fuck about what he's talking about. That's what I see. I see something honest in him, which will allow me to look at the whole party itself. But trust me, there's fuck shit on both sides. You just got to be able to see shit. I don't even want to commit to what I'm going to say on the internet. You just got to study the issue. Let's put it that way.
I would have guessed that because it's not even just them. It's Ricky Smiley.
Not the person. We look at the people, but let's keep it real. You ain't got too many Kamala supporters. You got a bunch of fucking people that hate Trump.
Steve Harvey.
All of them, homie.
All of them.
Working against them. Because now people are intrigued. Like, why do they hate him so much? The one thing that they thought they wasn't going to get was the black man to vote for Trump. That's one thing they didn't think about. You want to know how I know? Because 6 years ago when I was talking this shit, 7 years ago when I was running my mouth about this, guess what happened, right? People looked at me like I was fucking crazy. And I asked them, I didn't understand it. I was like, why y'all think that it's so crazy to vote for Trump? Why? He's a human being, just like the rest of these motherfuckers. It made me start looking into the issues a little bit more. He's a racist. He's this, he's that. Okay, fuck it. I like going against the grain. So I'm on this side.
All of them, homie. All of them. And why are they pushing her to us? And for what? Why don't I have a right to pick either or? Why you just give me one bottle of water? I don't have a choice like I supposed to?
Now we already know, like, this shit is all about money. Follow the money, you follow, they say follow the money, you find the issue, right? Follow the money, you find the plot. Now, I'm not really too much into conspiracy theories and shit. I like things black and white, right? But 9,000 rental assistance for migrants seeking temporary housing, right, is a slap in the face to a lot of people. You understand? Because there's people here struggling like a motherfucker. You know, like, I mean, the Democrats should be on fire right now. Because the way y'all spoke up for welfare and to keep these bums bummed out, you know what I mean? Like, what I mean by that is that when you give us, me and Lansky was talking about this maybe yesterday or today, that I told Lansky, and I think he agrees with this, that when you give a man something, when you give somebody something, you constantly give somebody something, they don't appreciate it. Even a little bit of work is worth something. You know, my mother was a stonemason, and I grew up like going to a stone yard, you know what I mean? Watching these people cut sculptures, you know what I mean? And with limestone for the biggest church in the world, right? And when I was in that stone yard, I mean, I had a lot of idle time. And I used to ask her boss, you know, give me a couple of dollars, let me some money. And he used to make me work for $5. I used to have to pull all the weeds out of the fucking stone yard and shit. And it was listen, $5. Sometimes he used to give me $10. I thought I won the lottery. But if he would have just gave me that $5, I would have kept on asking for it. Instead, I wanted to know what else needed to be done. And he elevated me, you know? He elevated me. Now you ain't just got to cut that. Listen, we're going to have you moving these stones. We're going to teach you how to use the remotes to, you know, transfer the stones and shit like that. So I gained value, you know? And then I picked up a talent. I picked up hustle, ethics. You know what I mean? You get where I'm coming from? So when you give somebody something, too much of something, you know, you're going to kill them. You're gonna kill them. They're gonna implode. They're gonna kill themselves, or they're gonna hate on you. You gotta make people work for something. Yo, listen, the people that's in the projects that's paying $60 a month to live in that motherfucker don't got no incentive to leave there, man. Especially when they're getting a bullshit ass check that keeps getting reduced every year. Projects, think about that shit, man. That's what exactly is what it is. It's a project. You know, them gates ain't to keep people out of it. It's to keep y'all locked in, man. Them funky ass rats, roaches, and all that. And so you fighting for that welfare and all that. You know what I'm saying? And free money. That's what you getting. Free money, man. If a person doesn't work for it, at least they're not gonna gain any incentive to go get it, man. The fact that we went to school and they taught you niggas and me, right, that we were slaves and we was getting whooped on and beat and all that, and all you seen was blood and all this, you know, bruh. It's almost like that example they talk about with the tick. They put a tick in the jar. The tick, they say a tick to jump from here to over there. I mean, it obviously could jump from the fucking ground and land on a horse or sheep or some, so they could jump high. Put a jar over that motherfucker. He starts hitting his head. Boom, every time he jump. By the time you take that jar off of that tick, he only going to jump a certain height. He's not going to jump as far as he could jump. You know? Now, these people here are getting all this bread. And if they giving them all this bread, that means that they got to take that, they got to pull that money from somewhere, man. Are y'all starting to get the connection, man? Don't be out here. Don't. I'd rather you not vote at all. Sit on your ass and don't do shit, as opposed to going and voting for somebody that's going to fuck you up even more.
Welcome back. We are learning much more about the migrant crisis right here in Chicago. I spoke with Christina Passioni-Zayas, the city's first deputy chief of staff. She gave me insight on how the crisis is impacting the city and the state financially. Already this week, 41 buses have rolled into Chicago, and that means
they did pick her. She wasn't next in line. You don't just become next in line, Lewis, just because you're the vice president. Oh, you're next in line. You're next in line. If he get his shit, he get his snot box rocked. You feel me? Yeah. Look at that comment, y'all. Look at that shit.
I built this shit. Me. Brick.
Seems like yesterday I had lots of dough. I got Biggie shot and nobody know. Shoot the club up, pass the gun to J-Lo.
I don't know why I played that. I'm gonna play this.
Diddy party. Like a Diddy party. Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party. Diddy party.
Yeah, I didn't mean to play nothing. $9,000 in rental assistance while you motherfuckers get zero.
Welcome back. We are learning much more about the migrant crisis right here in Chicago. I spoke with Christina Passione-Zayas, the city's first deputy chief of staff. She gave me insight on how the crisis is impacting the city and the state financially. Already this week, 41 buses have rolled into Chicago, and that means there are now 11,000 migrants living in shelters. 4,000 are still sleeping on police station floors and staying at the airport. Now, this
You hear this shit? In Chicago, y'all hear this shit?
Buses have rolled into Chicago, and that means there are now 11,000 migrants living in shelters. 4,000 are still sleeping on police station floors and staying at the airport.
4,000 of them are in the police station floor. What are we doing? Ask yourself, what are we doing? What are we really doing, man? There got to be a goal behind this shit, right? We're going to talk about it.
And migrants living in shelters.
4,000 migrants sleeping in the police station. Bro, I got to go to Chicago and record this with my fucking camera phone.
4,000 are still sleeping on police station floors and staying at the airport. Now, this is really startling. 30% of migrants here in Chicago are children. Majority of them are attending Chicago public schools. Right now, the state is footing the bill for what they call temporary housing, apartments and homes that are rented out for migrants.
You gotta fucking be kidding. You gotta be fucking kidding me, man.
The state is paying on the high end $9,000 in rental.
You said vote Kamala. You know what? You're going to be my first victim. Bow. 86,000 seconds. Salute to you.
Assistance over a 6-month period of time. With that comes help moving in and a starter kit to furnish the apartment.
That rent lasts for 6 months, and ideally people would have started their legal process, secured legal work authorization, and then be able to sustain that apartment. And so the cost, or I guess the payment towards the landlord.
I'd rather search and seek my information. Farrakhan is my truth, not some bitter black person who sits and complains and does and dies nothing. We are out here with petition and making changes. Who are you talking to, Renee? What are you talking about? Yeah, Aaron. Yeah, it looked like I'm gonna be going to Lockland, Ohio tomorrow morning and covering some news up there because I'm hearing that we having the issue up there, Houston. So yeah, but Renee, I want to know what you talking about. Who you talking about? Because this is a white woman I'm looking at up here, and I happen to be a Cambodian man. So what black motherfucker you talking about that ain't doing shit? Because people that know my channel know that I'm at the voting polls, you know what I'm saying, for vote. Matter of fact, shut the fuck up. Time that bitch out. You know what I mean?
Is based on market rate. It's based on the configuration of the apartment, how many rooms, where it's located, all of those things. And so it kind of varies from place to place.
We ran out of time, but I did reach out to
everybody in attendance should be up. Double tap the screen, please. Get the likes up. Go to the top right, hit the 3 dots, right? $9,000
to the city to see how many asylum seekers are currently taking advantage of the rental assistance program. We haven't heard
4,000 dudes on the floors in police stations. I'm pretty sure y'all ain't hear about that. Or them prepaid debit cards that they're giving everybody in New York. Check this out, man. No wonder New York's so toe up. Toe up. Every state, but let me ask y'all something, right? What city y'all in? Chat. Type your city in the chat and tell me if the migrants, why, yes or no, and be honest, don't lie. Yes or no, your city and Y or N, that there's a migrant problem entering your city.
New York City's new Helping Hand program. It provides migrant families
the Helping Hand program
with prepaid debit cards. $53 million have been given to the program, which will give asylum seekers arriving at the Roosevelt Hotel money to help them buy food. Sports journalist Stephen A. Smith does not agree with that choice.
I see homeless folks in the streets of New York all the time that are American citizens. I damn sure see them in California.
They got a problem in Philly.
got poor, impoverished, starving people who were born and raised in this nation. How in the hell do we come up with a $53 million pilot program?
I'm a fascist for supporting Trump, and so is everybody else that supports him. All right. Okay, we're fascists. We're also timeoutists. All right, 86,000 secondness too. That's how much you got timed out for, 86,000 seconds. If you calculate that, I think it equals up to like a whole day. Okay, so yeah, we're also that too. You know what I mean? Swain in Florida says, yes, we have a migrant problem. Oklahoma, I don't know. Milwaukee, I don't know. Virginia to an extent. Denver, it's flooded here. Los Angeles to Palm Springs has an immigration problem. Philadelphia, Orlando, New York City, Youngstown, Orlando again, Detroit, Cincinnati, where I'm at, yes. The motherfuckers all downtown. Tennessee, Arizona, they there. Don't those cars carry 2,300? I think it carries more. New York City, yes, a lot of them. Cleveland, Ohio's toe up, and they eating the cats. DC gave them hotels and other stuff. 14,000 of these motherfucking hotel rooms just, I think, yesterday. Look, check this shit out. And they got the army in New York holding them down because of all this migrant shit, man. Salute to my boy Cash Jordan. All right. Victoria, Texas. Yes, bad problems. Working Pleasanton, Texas, close to San Antonio. So what about us? What about us here in NC? New York City has always been a welfare central. The year before they cut the welfare. Yo, listen, let me explain something. Welfare with TANF, which is what they placed. That's the new food stamp program. The immigration statistics shot up. They knew they could get more money out of migrant budget than welfare, and thus the name changed from to TANF. I forgot what it stands for. Temporary assistance. I forgot what it's for. Nutrition funds or some shit. Those are asylum seekers, and there's types of migrants. Not all migrants got that benefit. Okay, got you. Asylum seekers. It's wild in California. It's wild. Something like 5% in Haiti is already here. There's a lot of the Haitians downtown in Cincinnati right now. That's a fact. They are going to cancel this election. That's not the first time I heard about that, Guillotine. And salute for participating in the chat. I'll see your chat, your text. All over Chicago, veterans in DC, tents outside. Wow. Vote for Trump. That's a fact. If you're on that Trump train, type ones in the chat. Get stupid. Let them know that you're around. Yeah, let these people on the left know that we active, and you know what I'm saying? Like we fight with class, man. There's a decorum to our shit, you know? Spam the chat with ones, y'all. Spam the chat. All right.
There are growing
the army. They say the army's in New York trying to help these motherfuckers deal with this shit because these migrants is wilding.
Among residents and business owners here. They say they're losing their community. Former city councilman Hiram Montserrat wants Governor Kathy Hochul to send in the National Guard.
This is organized crime. So an entire New York City neighborhood has been taken over by gangs, and there's nothing the city's able to do about it. Because even after several police raids of this formerly vibrant middle-class neighborhood, the levels of criminal activity here continue to soar. And that's why residents are...
Everything they selling is the shit they stole from the stores. You know what I'm saying? Right on the same block. They said they stealing from the shit and selling it right in front of the store. So instead of you going far to find out where they got it, yo, listen, the shit that you was looking in that store, I got it right here on the floor.
Demanding the governor step in and send in the troops.
I actually got to speak to a couple of community members. They say that organized crime has taken over this community. They demand
New York, and the rent is ridiculous.
And the community be cleaned up immediately because walking down the street isn't safe anymore.
You want to live in this country, you want to get the American dream, and what you're doing is completely wrong. You're breaking the law.
Now they're in broad daylight, they're in front of schools, we have garbage, we have illegal vendors.
We say no more, and we're going to shut you down. That's the promise from all
officers raiding this Roosevelt Avenue massage parlor.
2 days after, they reopened. And we came here last night, they were here.
The mayor said the flood of migrants coming to the city with little support systems contribute to the situation.
And, you know, police tell us that the migrant crisis has really made this problem so much worse. Not only is it...
Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, man. Y'all wilding on the likes. We've been for almost an hour. I ain't got 100 likes. Double tap the screen or go to the top right, hit the 3 dots. That's where the like button is at. Let me know you're active, man. Especially on you're on that Trump train. The likes mean a lot. More than the comments sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Commenting is cool too, but y'all gotta get the likes up. Make the likes go crazy right now. Everybody, double tap the screen. You're gonna see a big thumb pop up on the screen like you are, like it's your birthday or some shit. You know what I'm saying? All right. And, free Diddy. Yeah, free Diddy. All right, keep going on the likes. Keep going on the likes. Double tap screen. Double tap screen. It'll send more people. Well, if y'all hit the like button, they'll have 1,000 people here and they'll keep on sending them as people leave because they'll come back on the vertical stream. You know what I mean? If you got here through short stream, that's how you got to get the likes up. Double tap the screen. You ain't going to find it nowhere else except for the top right of your screen. All right? Where those 3 dots is at. Keep going on the likes, y'all. All right? I got another 1 minute to spare with y'all. You on that Trump train? Type 1s in the chat. Feel free to just spam and chat to let them know you're alive. That way, people will know. People will know. You know, there's other guys in here that's like me. Might not look like me. Free Diddy.
Increased gang activity, but also
the Trinidad Outlaw gang that originates in Venezuela has
Hold up, man. You know what? Let me fast forward this. We know what the headline is, right? Shit is fucked up in New York. But I do want to show y'all this video. This is my favorite video there. I ain't gonna lie, right? When I seen this shit, it makes me happy to see black women tear down another black woman. You know, I'm just kidding. All right, but I like to see smart black women, you know, conservative women speak. Okay, that's the truth.
I can cook for you. I can clean for you. I can raise your kids. I can tell you how so much soul.
Now, let me just give you a backdrop real quick, man, right? Now, this fat chick, I mean, this black chick right here, right? She's giving us what you call slam poetry. She's trying to make some sense out of some poetry, right? And she's basically, you know, saying that, you know, I can do all this shit for you, but you can't vote for me, making it seem like we got something against her outside of her obvious stupidity, ignorance, you know what I'm saying, and slow movements. Her mind is slow and she looks weak. It has nothing to do with her skin color or the fact that she's a woman.
I can cook for you. I can clean for you. I can raise your kids. I can tell you how so much soul comes from me. That's the reason why you taste it in my food, but you can't vote for me. I can walk into a room and be the biggest thing there without even having to talk, but you can't vote.
Sound like Obama when he was shaming us last week. Get the fucking likes up. Double tap the screen, go to the top right, hit him.
For me. The street, I can tell you how to raise your kids right, and I can tell you how to have a fight because you ain't got no fight like I got.
Yeah, right.
But you can't vote for me.
That's my bitch right there. That's my bitch.
For me.
No, we're not voting for you.
Gotta thank a pair of white shorts. What was that?
May I?
I mean,
Yeah, when they get that, when they start pouring that wine on this show, oh man, these bitches get savage. You know what I'm saying?
what was that?
So,
Sir.
so you know, the thing that sticks out to me, the line that sticks out to me is, I can walk in a room and I'm the biggest person in the room. Yes, clearly.
Taylor, salute to you, man. Everybody subscribe, you know.
We know that.
At least I read the comments around here. You ever go to those channels and shit, you be watching motherfuckers, they be just, you know what I mean? Like, they just ignore you and shit, you know what I mean? Motherfucker might have a couple subscribers or whatever and just act like they don't care about you. Even when they give up some super chats, I can't get super chats because I'm not monetized. Cash App, MacMean, MacMean. Everybody, put it in my pocket. And if you break it down, put is a P-N-I, my pocket, pimp. Yeah, but the other guy doesn't really read comments. I do. You know You know, especially if they smart. And I got time.
And all of her whole thing, exactly, her whole thing was about food. Yes, it's very clear.
I put my soul in food.
Yeah.
Food and feed you and feed you. Obviously, we know you've never
looking like a pumpkin on fucking toothpicks.
missed a meal. Miss Bald-headed woman.
Big fat ass.
I can cook for you.
I look sexy.
Clean for you.
Big ass, unpregnant stomach. No disrespect to her, but I don't like this, man. I don't like this. Pump that fist pumping in the air shit, try to get people riled up.
I can raise your kids. I can tell you how so much soul comes from me. That's the reason why you taste it in my food, but you can't vote for me. I can walk into a room and be the biggest.
A bunch of black women that's out here that could run for president and can really run this shit. You know what I'm saying? We could go back and we get old school. We could go get Condoleezza fucking Rice and shit. You know what I'm saying? But she wasn't taken as a joke. Her and Bush was feared. They was like, these motherfuckers might go blow up a fucking country. Yeah, if you leave it to them. Yeah, they was feared. Condoleezza was a bad bitch.
Staying there without even having to talk, but you can't vote for me. The street, I can tell you how to raise your kids right, and I can tell you how to have a fight because you ain't got no fight like I got. But you can't vote for me.
You gonna vote for me?
No.
What is it? You gotta thank a pair of white shorts. What was that?
You asked me if I like Diddy. I'm a Muslim, man. I don't get down like
Diddy
this.
Party. Like a Diddy party. Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party. Diddy party.
Like tongue kisses his own mother? Hell no, I don't like Diddy. I ain't with no Diddy party. You like Diddy.
Yeah, my mom's gorgeous. Well, let me introduce you to my mom, called Mom Dukes.
Hi.
She's getting a drip with me. She's hydrating. What's up, Mom?
Everything's good, baby. I'm here with you.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
69 guard. I swear.
Yeah.
I mean, what was that?
So you know, the thing that sticks out to me, the line that sticks out to me is, I can walk in a room and I'm the biggest person in the room. Yes, clearly we know that. And all of her whole thing, exactly, her whole thing was about food. Yes, it's very clear.
I put my soul in food and
food and feed you and feed you. Obviously, we know you've never missed a meal. This bald-headed woman. And I don't like talking about people, but I'm just saying, like, stop yelling at my black man. First of all,
I got a headache. Number one, I have a headache. All the things.
This one right here, y'all, just in case y'all are not familiar with this show, Poppin' Politics, she's the worst one. The one all the way to the right that's about to speak right now. This bitch go Ed.
He was saying was about a woman, her as a mom, taking care of her children, her family. But you can't vote for me. Right. I mean,
We got 537 people up in here. Let's get the likes past 200. Double tap the screen or go to the top right and hit the three dots. How is it conservatives believe they are in line with Jesus' beliefs and God's? Jesus and God. Okay. When a stranger resides with you in your land, you shall not do him wrong. Should sound like a Dr. Seuss book. The stranger who resides with you shall be yours in a month. My boy or girl or whatever you are, right? This is not fucking church, okay? This is definitely not the place to be coming over here trying to kick knowledge. Why are you trying to kick knowledge? We on you. Get the likes up. Come on, let's go. On the likes. Double tap the screen. Hit the three dots. I'm about to go rogue on one of these motherfuckers. Right? Double tap the screen. Get the likes up, like I said. And y'all want me go, y'all. Woosah, Mac. Woosah. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. I need you to chill on the religion and shit in the chat, okay? We don't like talking about politics or religion, man. All right? All right.
It was nauseating. Number one, I thought it was embarrassing.
Absolutely.
I did like her shoes. They were
that
cute.
part.
Those shoes were cute.
That was it.
But but I mean, she's yelling. She's talking about, you won't, like you said, you won't vote for me. On what basis? All
Who is she?
Talked about was how, again, like I said, The hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. Maybe that's what the connection she's making there. But she's taking care of her home, your children. That's what you are supposed to do.
We're not gonna.
Yeah, go ahead and subscribe to Poppin' Politics, man. They got a dope ass channel over there, right? But let's look at some. This is, they always talk about what they hate about Trump, and that's what it leads me to believe that there's way more Kamala, less Kamala supporters and more Trump haters. Can we agree with that? But people just like Trump, man. It comes from his delivery, right? Check this out right quick, right? Oh, I got some spicy shit to show you in a second. This 12-year-old murderer. I want to get into the story because I think that's the real racism. You know what I'm saying? That's the real race. We got to talk about how all these little black kids, you know what I'm saying, especially in Chicago, is listening to this wild ass music, and it's kind of like the theme song to they fucking madness. These dudes is wilding. 12 years old, shot 2 girls in their head, right? This little dude, first and foremost, they go rob some dude, right? The dude has his girlfriend with him and her friend, right? They kidnap the motherfuckers, throw the 2 girls in the trunk, right? And then, the back seat, when you go open up the back seat, they open up the back seat and the little 12-year-old puts bullets in both of their head, kill both of the girls, man. But the story behind it is crazy. So we're going to look at that in a little bit. All right.
Senator say it. I can't believe it. They didn't raid the house of Joe Biden. They didn't raid Obama.
But Joe Biden didn't ignore a subpoena to get those documents back like you did. And so that's the question.
$1,850.
But that's the question that investigators have, I think, is why you held on to those documents when you knew the federal government was seeking them and then had given.
Ranger takes up all my resources. It needs to be stopped. Talk that talk. Talk that talk. Have faith. But tie your horse.
You a subpoena to return.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Can I talk?
Or Camel.
Yeah, what's
You
the
mind?
answer?
Do you mind?
I would like for you to answer the question.
Okay, it's very simple to answer.
That's why I asked it.
It's very simple you're a nasty person, I'll tell you.
She is a nasty motherfucker. She's a nasty motherfucker. Yeah. Talk to this woman.
If you look at what's gone to our country has gone to hell. Our borders are bad. Our military.
I'm gonna show you. And Candace takes right after him. And mind you, we're gonna get back to Judge Joe Brown and all that. You know what I'm saying? But
it's been bad. You look at the taxes, you look at inflation, what's happened to inflation. It's just destroying our country. We've really become, in many ways, a third world country. Right. And it's very sad what's happened in this administration. And it's something that will turn around on day one. We were energy independent. Now energy is at a level that we've never had to pay before. Nobody can afford to continue to pay what's happening with energy. But we were energy independent. We were getting out of Afghanistan with strength and with dignity. And instead we got out, we looked like fools, probably the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. One of the big problems was that Nancy Pelosi, Crazy Nancy as I affectionately call her, Crazy Nancy Pelosi and the mayor of Washington were in charge, as you know, of security. And they're did not do their job.
National Guard. You're in charge of the National Guard.
Well, I offered them National Guard. I said, we'll give you soldiers, we'll give you National Guard, we'll give you whatever you want. And they turned me down. And in fact, she turned me down. She turned me down in writing.
But you said you weren't very involved that day. You did tell your supporters to come to Washington. You tweeted about it, about that speech that happened on the rally.
Am I allowed to say that?
When they went to the Capitol and they were breaking into the Capitol, smashing windows, injuring police officers, why did it take you 3 hours to tell them to go home?
I don't believe it did. Oh, let me pull it out. I have to pull it out.
An official message from Medicare.
Medicare plans change from one year to the next. And this year, it's important to compare all your health and prescription drug options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare plans now at Medicare.gov.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
My bad, y'all.
So if you look at on January 5th, the day before.
Do me a favor. Everybody double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, man. I want to see more than 1,000 motherfuckers in here. Double tap screen. You on that Trump train. Spam the chat once.
I said, please support our Capitol Police and law enforcement. They are truly on the side of our country. Stay peaceful. Stay peaceful. This was the day before. And this was in the form of Twitter. Now I use Truth Social. I think it's far superior, okay? I hope everybody's on Truth. If you look January 6th, just at before 2:30, I am asking for everyone at the U.S. Capitol to remain peaceful. This is right after, as it was happening. But what happened is they took it down. I don't know why. I think they took it down because it was so good.
The ones in the chat, double tap the screen and get the lights up, or go to the top right and hit the 3 dots. Plus, share the video.
Good. They didn't like it being up there. I am asking, and we didn't know until I got it back, because now I have 90 million people waiting for me to go back, but I'm on Truth and I'm staying on Truth. Listen, I am asking for everyone at the U.S. Capitol to remain peaceful. No violation. We want no violation. We want no violence. Remember, we are the party of law and order. Respect the law and our great men and women in blue. Thank you. That was at 2:30. That was very early.
Mr. President, I looked at the same timeline that you did.
No,
Once
no,
it was
but you
clear,
didn't report that. You know why? Because it was
we
taken
did report
down.
it. I was reporting that
It was taken down and it wasn't.
But when
put
it was
back up.
clear to you that they were not being peaceful, you saw them rushing the Capitol, breaking windows. They were hitting officers with flagpoles, tasing them, beating them up. When it was clear they weren't being peaceful, why did you wait 3 hours to tell them to leave the Capitol? They listened to you like no one else. You know that.
They do. I agree with that. But
So why
Nancy
didn't you tell them to go home sooner?
Nancy Pelosi and the mayor are in charge. I assume they were able to do their job. They weren't.
But
And it
Pelosi's
kicked
not in charge of Capitol
And if you remember,
security.
I made a video right outside the Oval Office in the Rose Garden. And I'm very proud of that video. I didn't have a script. I don't need scripts like a certain person that's in
Well,
there
what
right
time?
now.
The video. It came out much later after they had already attacked the Capitol. Going back to your influence, in
Here's
that
another
3
one I
hours,
posted.
over 140 officers were injured that day.
And a person named Ashley Babbitt was killed.
Yes.
You know what? She was killed, and she shouldn't have been killed. And that thug that killed her, there was no reason to shoot her. At blank range, cold blank range, they shot her. And she was a good person. She was a patriot.
One
There was
person
no
who was
reason.
there-
There was no reason. And he went on television to brag about the fact that he killed her.
The officer was not bragging about the fact that he
Oh,
killed
he
her,
was
but one
bragging.
person.
Will you pardon the January 6 rioters who were convicted of federal offenses?
I am inclined to pardon many of them. I can't say for every single one, because a couple of them probably they got out of control. But, you know, when you look at Antifa, what they've done to Portland, and if you look at Antifa, look at what they've done to Minneapolis and so many other places. Look at what they did to Seattle and BLM. Many people were killed. These people, I'm not trying to justify anything, but you have two standards of justice in this country. And what they've done, and I love that question, because what they've done to so many people is nothing. And then what they've done to these people, they've persecuted these people. And yeah, my answer is I am most likely, if I get in, I will most likely, I would say it will be a large portion of them. You know, they did a very, and it'll be very early on. And they're living in hell right now.
So when it comes
they're
to
living in
pardons-
hell. And they're policemen, and they're firemen, and they're soldiers, and they're carpenters and electricians, and they're great people. Many of them are just great people.
Mr. President, one of the people who was
Rude bitch.
convicted was a former policeman, but he was convicted of attacking a police officer, I should note. But when you said you are considering pardoning a large portion of those charged with crimes on January 6th, does that include the 4 Proud Boys members who were charged and convicted of seditious conspiracy?
I don't know. I'd have to look at their case, but I will say in Washington, D.C., you cannot get a fair trial. You cannot. Just like in New York City, you can't get a fair trial either.
FEMA ain't have a fucking dime to fix us up, but they got $9K to give these dudes for housing vouchers. Get out of here. Get out of here. We would be happy with $900, $90.
This woman, I don't know her. I never met her. I have no idea who she is. I had a picture taken years ago with her and her husband, nice guy, John Johnson. He was a newscaster, very nice man. She called him an ape. Happens to be African American. Called him an ape. The judge wouldn't allow us to put that in. Her dog or her cat was named Vagina. The judge wasn't allowed to put that in. All of these things. But with her, they could put in anything. Access
This
Hollywood.
was a jury of
anything.
9 people who found
That's right.
you liable of sexual.
All right, Kiko's World. Salute to you, man. Salute to you, man. Thank you for joining, man. I'll grab the link in your channel and throw it up in the chat, man, so people go check you out.
Abuse. Do you think that will deter women from voting for you?
No, I don't think so, because I think the whole thing, just so you understand, ready? I never met this woman. I never saw this woman. This woman said, I met her at the front door of Bergdorf Goodman, which I rarely go into other than for a couple of charities.
Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, please. Let's get them past 200 real quick, man. It's 784 people here. Let's go.
I met her in the front door. She was about 60 years old, and this is like 22, 23 years ago. I met her in the front door of Bergdorf Goodman. I was immediately attracted to her, and she was immediately attracted to me. And we had this great chemistry. We're walking into a crowded department store. We had this great chemistry, and a few minutes later, we end up in a dressing room of Bergdorf
Facts, Lord S.
Goodman, right near the cash register. And then she found out there were locks on the door. So she said, I found one that was open. She found one. She learned this at trial. She found one that was open. What kind of a woman meets somebody and brings them up, and within minutes you're playing hanky-panky in a dressing room, okay? I don't know if she was married then or not. John Johnson, I feel sorry for you, John Johnson.
Mr. President,
what is the first thing you would do to help bring down the cost to make things more affordable?
Drill, baby, drill. When we have a debt limit, and they use that very seriously. Schumer came in with Nancy Pelosi, and they were using it. We'll violate it. We'll do whatever. They talked a whole lot different than they do right now. I say to the Republicans out there, congressmen, senators, if they don't give you massive cuts, you're going to have to do a default. And I don't believe they're going to do a default, because I think the Democrats will absolutely cave, because you don't want to have that happen. But it's better than what we're doing right now, because we're spending money like drunken sailors.
So just to be clear, Mr. President, you think the U.S. should default if the White House does not agree to the spending cuts Republicans
Well,
are
you
demanding?
might as well do it now, because you'll do it later, because we have to save this country. Our country is dying. Our country is being destroyed by stupid people, by very stupid people.
You once said that using the debt ceiling as a negotiating wedge just could not happen. You said that when you were in the Oval Office.
I was president.
So why is it different now that you're out of office?
Now I'm not president. We have a very big mental health problem in this country. And again, it's not the gun that pulls the trigger. It's the person that pulls the trigger. And we have to protect our Second Amendment.
Everybody go subscribe to Kiko's World. All right. He's on deck with us. All right. This is the link right there, man. Go ahead over there and subscribe, man. Make his subscribers jump. All right. Salute to you, bro, for tapping in with us over here. All right. We do this shit every day, man. Well, not every day. A lot.
We have to protect.
Looking for the perfect remote.
All right, now that's Trump's like what buys us into. I mean, what makes us invest into Trump? Most of the people, because they just respect flat out real talking. You know what I mean? Same thing with Candace, man. I'm gonna show y'all one more thing before we go back to Judge Joe Brown, because Judge Joe Brown cracks the fucking canister open today. All right, double tap the screen. If you're on that Trump train, type ones in the chat or carrots. All right. Now we all remember this clip, and this is kind of a classic clip. But let me remind you why this one right here is not the one to play with. All right. Black power. God forbid somebody come out here and say white power. I dare one of y'all. Get in the chat, man.
Somebody writing that document.
Everybody in the chat say black power, man. Black power is real. What real black power is schooling black people on what's really good for them. Not to swindle black people by their emotions and get them emotionally invested into some shit that works against them. You know? Like, come through this door. Come on, man, or you're going to die. If you stay over there with that white dude, man, you're going to die. Nigga, go by yourself. All right? Now, Candace Owens, whole savage. Classic example of a black woman that might be a good candidate one day. Do I think that she's a candidate right now? Not at all. I think that there's a lot of fine tuning they're gonna have to do to Candace, because honestly, I think that she's too much sometimes, but not in a bad way. For me, in the regular conversation, having a person like that as a friend or a family member, but to run the country, we gotta have people that are collected within their emotions and they can't say too much, you know. But the thing I like about her is her outbursts are always backed by facts. That's why she doesn't say allegedly too much.
Laughing at it is a real problem because these are real families that are impacted by this violence. And I think our efforts towards talking about this have to start from a place of mutual respect, which is what I've heard from this side of the table. Now, the reason we don't have those numbers, I want those numbers as much as you do, but to say the numbers don't show something is simply not supported by the data.
Okay, and I have 38 seconds left, Ms. Mulligan, if you want to respond within that time.
The only thing I would add is that
now watch my girl work.
It's in the name. Terrorism, domestic terrorism, it terrorizes us.
And bro, that outfit that she got on, what they say in the comments, because I'm not allowed to be saying nothing about that outfit that she had on. I'm talking about Candace Owens and Judge Joe Brown.
It terrorizes us in our homes. It terrorizes us in our schools. And to the points made by the other panelists.
They said that this guy's a felon. Who? Trump or me? Because I'm a retired Homeland Security inspector. And I don't think it... Anyway, suck my dick.
It is disproportionate.
Retired, yes. I'm 70 fucking years old.
To its impact on any individual life. And it's not...
You reject the idea it's something that doesn't matter or doesn't really matter?
Absolutely reject.
Okay. All right, so here's where we are. Every member now has had...
Fucking felon, man. Half the country is felons, you goofy ass.
5 minutes in. Okay, and Mr. Clay. So we have two members who have not. So I'm going to go to the two members who have not yet, and we'll give an opportunity for a closing thought to any member who wants before.
Not with the interruptions to tell us that you give us the lights. It's pathetic. Suck my dick. All right, now you timed out for 86,000 seconds. I don't get everything, but I get most of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'll be watching the comments. I'm telling them to hit the like button so we can bring more people in this motherfucker. It's something new. Vertical lies. A lot of people don't know where the like button is at. It's not obvious, right? Are you looking at your screen? Do you see a like button somewhere, you cocksucker? Huh? Do you see a like button somewhere? Do you want to sit on my lap and come up in here in this room with me? You know what I'm saying? And tell the people hit the like button for me, you fucking move.
Like a Diddy party. Everybody know ain't no party like.
Between your shower and this, you need this. FDS Feminine Deodorant Spray has powder to absorb moisture. Use it.
Pussy. All right? Hit the like button, nigga.
You're a pussy.
That's right. This is how I do.
You're a pussy. You're a pussy.
Coming to my show telling me what to do. Hit the like button. All right?
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
That part, all right? One more.
Seems like yesterday I had lots of dough. I got Biggie shot and nobody know. Shoot the club up, pass the gun to J-Lo.
We go.
Am I next to respond, or is Mr. Meadows?
I thought Mr. Meadows was
Mr.
next.
Meadows, okay.
Mr. Meadows is next, then Mr. Clay, then to you, Mr. Jordan.
Ms. Owens, obviously this is a gang up on you. You know, we're giving these witnesses the ability to do a rebuttal on you, and so
right.
You know, I thought
he gonna give her extra time now. You want to know why? Because they jumped her, and it's fucking obvious. You motherfuckers ain't low.
find it unfair.
We see you. The black man sees you now. Try to fucking pander to us, you know, disrespect us with this fake ass news y'all been telling us, like y'all been helping us, lying to us for fucking years. She blew the whistle on you goofies.
Miss Ballou. I mean, you know, candidly, for you to show mutual respect and then you to go after Miss Owens, it's not appropriate. So, Miss Owens, you can have 4 minutes and 34 seconds.
American power, I like that. Because if somebody say white power, it's, you know what I mean? Like if you say white power, oh, let's get that motherfucker. And I don't agree. Definitely don't come to my Diddy party. I mean, definitely don't come to my party, right? saying white power. It might not be a good look for you. Don't say black power either. Say American power. How about that?
Respond however.
Gentlemen, yield for a second.
I'll yield to the.
Thank you. I believe, Ms. Owens, when you used the word hilarious, it was referencing the fact that no one had asked you a question. It wasn't to the subject matter.
Black owned. Come on, come to my store, man. It's black owned, man. Don't go to that white owned one though.
Of the hearing, is that right?
That is correct.
And to have another witness insinuate something that is not accurate is just not appropriate, Mr. Chairman, for how witnesses are supposed to behave.
You know what I'm saying? You go to McDonald's and shit, white owned. You know what I mean? A bunch of white people just running through there with cornrows and Black Lives Matter fucking shirts. Knock it off.
This committee. I also think you didn't say it doesn't matter about the subject matter of today's hearing. You said there are other subjects that matter as well, and maybe we should spend some time on those. Is that accurate?
That is correct.
These people on the left, yeah, you know what they do? The white joints, they get them cornrows in their hair. They start saying nigga this, nigga that, you know, start snapping their neck and doing all this shit. They go get a pink steering wheel and think that they know something and talk about Black Lives Matter. Fuck out of here, you goofy ass Karen.
And they matter much, 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 much more. And I have said that. I said that in my opening, and I will say it again. You know that white supremacy.
Don't move the goalpost. That's what I'm saying. Fair is fair. Fuck, if you take color out of it, come on, man. If we got black owned, why not let them get white owned?
I'm saying white nationalism is ranks nowhere near the top of the issues that are facing Black America. And the reason that you are bringing them up in this room,
I know I love this clip. I always play it.
Is because it is attempt to make.
Subscribe to the channel real quick, man. And like that dude that was complaining earlier, double tap the screen or go to the top right, hit the 3 dots. I gotta have a lot of patience with you guys. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I just want to stick my foot through this fucking camera and kick one of your heads off. You know? But instead, I beat off. You heard?
Make the election all about race as the Democrats.
Not in my case, Ms. Owens. I'm sorry. Please do not characterize my motive.
Mr. Chairman, it's my time.
Yeah, you've got your time, Mr. Meadows. I'll give you 3 more seconds.
Every 4 years.
Yeah, I beat off. I told you this is not church.
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be dead.
Seems like yesterday I had lots of dough.
Do what I want. I do whatever I want. I do whatever I want. I'll even go to the roof and dance with Big Boy on the roof.
Big boy grill on the roof. Never seen a big boy grill on the roof. I ain't never seen a big boy grill on the roof. Big boy grilling on the roof. Big boy grilling on the roof. Big boy ain't grilling on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Big boy ain't climbing on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. How you do it like that? Damn, you got
Titties on your back. Hey, you got titties on your back. Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights up. Yeah, it reminds me of, I'm old school, right? Reminds me of that cartoon and shit when the fat dude was stuck on the island with the skinny dude and they started to get hungry and the skinny dude started looking at the fat dude like he was a fucking cheeseburger and the fat dude started looking at the skinny dude like he was a hot dog. Double tap the screen. Get the lights up.
Never see a big boy grill on the roof. Never seen a big boy grill on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy grill on the roof. Big boy grilling on the roof.
All right, that's enough of that bullshit. Let's get my lights up.
Years you bring up race, and you knew exactly what I meant when I said hilarious, and you just tried to do live what the media does all the time to Republicans, to our president, and to conservatives, but you tried to manipulate what I said to fit.
Oh God. We're going to get back to Judge Joe Brown in a second. Let me just finish letting Candace do her thing.
Your narrative, okay? I was not referring to the subject matter that is hilarious. I said it's hilarious that we are sitting in this room today and I've got 2 doctors and a missus and nobody can give us real numbers that we can respond to so we can assess how big of a threat this is. Because you know that it is not as big of a threat as you are trying to make it out to be so that you can manipulate. And the audacity of you to bring up the Christchurch shooting manifesto and make it seem as if I laughed at people that were slaughtered by a homicidal maniac is, in my opinion, absolutely despicable. And I think that we should be above that. To try to assign reality or any meaning to a homicidal maniac writing a manifesto, which, by the way, let the record show, also stated Spyro the Dragon, the child's cartoon, as a source of inspiration. He also cited Nelson Mandela as a source of information. I don't think that Nelson Mandela has inspired mosque shootings. You can correct me if you think I'm wrong. You would rather assign meaning to a homicidal maniac than to actually address the things that I said today that are actually harming Black America. Number one, father absence. Number two, the education system and the illiteracy rate. Illegal immigration ranks high, abortion rates.
Yo, anonymous. That's a fact, though.
High. White supremacy and white nationalism, if I had to make a list again of 100 things, would not
annoyed, I meant to say.
Be on it. This hearing, in my opinion, is a farce. And it is ironic that you're sitting here and you're having 3 Caucasian people testify and tell you what their expertise are. Do I know what my expertise are? Black in America. I've been Black in America my whole life, all 30 years. And I can tell you that you guys have done the exact same thing every 4 years ahead of an election cycle, and it needs to stop.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. In congressional hearings,
that made her famous right here.
The minority party gets to select its own witnesses. And of all the people that Republicans could have selected.
Respectfully, I know a lot of you guys, this guy from the shorts feed, you just swiping your life away, right? But when you get here, double tap the screen or go to the top right, hit the 3 dots. 527 people here. Let's get the likes all the way up. Come on, let's go. Some practice when you go to the other channel, all right? She owned this fucking crowd. This is what made her famous right here. You know what I mean? But I do want to show y'all this 12-year-old dude that killed all these people, man. And I think it's a sad case of what we dealing with, like the reality of, number one, not having a father in the crib, because this kid was ill-advised, man. He basically hung himself. Give me 1 second. Oh, wait. I got to show you the subway surfers first. These dudes is subway surfers. Nah. I tried that shit one time. Where's this kid at, man? I just found it. This fucking kid threw his whole life away. From Florida. Y'all probably seen this video because this shit is viral as fuck right now, right? It says, mom horrified after 12-year-old's confession. All right, let's get the likes up. Fuck them likes, man. Do whatever the fuck y'all want to do. I'm not going to be on here long anyway. 2-hour mark.
Rob told us about what happened.
I gotta go to Walmart, right? So what happens is he has 2 other dudes that get locked up with him. They're older than him. He's 12. The other kid is, I think, 17 and 16 or some shit.
Happened to the person in the trunk.
So they're trying to make him the shooter, right? Yeah, that's what y'all leaving out. I mean, be honest. Be honest. We being all being honest here. Just be honest. Is he the shooter? That's what they're saying. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do is just say that. I mean, stop going around it.
I can tell you that he is not. You, Chris, are not being blamed.
His face, man. If y'all could see his face, I don't know how well. If you're on the computer, you can see it. But this dude's face, this little kid, 12 years old, he has a dead look in his face.
And for those people in the front seat.
In the back seat is what the trunk is the one that
we have some issues with the trunk. I'm gonna keep it for real back. Tell us.
Be honest, baby. It's okay.
Because you're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel so much better.
I'm getting a feeling out of the mother, and you're gonna see why in a second, right? That mother kind of like coached him into this. He probably told his mother what's happening, and she said blame them, but say that they threatened your life.
You're gonna feel so much better once you talk about what he's
say it. Just say it.
He said, if I ain't do it, you gonna kill everybody I know.
No. Check out how the story starts out.
Dear Dr. K.
Double tap screen, get the likes up. Let's get the likes past 200 real quick. Yeah, once y'all get the lights up, then I'm out.
Yes, baby, it's okay.
Because you're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel so much better.
When they pull this GPS,
Thank you, Chris.
will it show that you were at home in your bed, or will it show that you were somewhere else? That's the question that was asked. You don't know?
This is something that's serious. You will kill my family. What am I supposed to do?
Robert, you don't understand that you're just as guilty if you know who did it and you're not saying nothing. That's guilty by association. I don't know.
Snitching on everybody. If I was gonna get charged, why did you make me snitch?
I said I don't know.
Why'd you make me snitch on everybody if I was going to get charged with murder? Fucking coward.
When the bodies of 3 teenagers were discovered over a period of several days in the same neighborhood in Marion County, Florida, the police didn't.
Let me just let y'all know, they found the witness, the dude that found, the guy that discovered the first girl, how this case opens. She was gargling up blood, and he on the phone, he like, yo, I just found this girl, she's bleeding out her head. And then the other side was blown out, so her head was blown out, and she still was alive. So she was, oh man, this is terrible. Watch it.
Know what to think. This would set the tone for the rest of the case, as the emerging suspects all seemed intent on blaming each other. The identity of the alleged perpetrator, along with
he's 3'5". That's what they call this little 12-year-old kid. Cold-blooded murderer.
The motive for the heartless murder.
At first, when I started looking at it, I didn't even suspect that he was the one that pulled the trigger. Get your vote on. Get your vote on in the poll.
Turned out to be more alarming than anyone wanted to believe. The police first learned that something was terribly wrong just before midnight on March 30th, 2023, when they received this 911 call.
There's a girl laying in front of my road and she's dying.
Okay, is she awake?
She's dying. I don't know. She's bleeding out of her head. She's gargling on her blood.
You need to turn her on her side so she doesn't choke, okay?
It doesn't matter what side, like on what side?
No, just turn her on her side so she doesn't choke on the blood, okay?
Yeah.
I can hear her. That's bad, yo.
So she doesn't choke on the blood, okay?
Yeah.
Is she awake?
No.
Okay, is she breathing?
She's breathing.
Oh.
Do you know how far they are?
I don't have an ETA, but they are on the way, okay?
Deputies from the Marion County Sheriff's Department arrived moments before the ambulance. While paramedics rushed to try to save the victim, the deputies tried to get a grasp on the chaotic scene. Within 5 minutes of the ambulance arriving, the victim was on her way to the nearest hospital. The Sheriff's Department was left to pick apart the seemingly inexplicable scene.
She's not responsive? No, not responsive. You guys know? No, there's no
Salute, I see you.
ID, no nothing. Young girl, older younger girl? She was right there, and that's been moved. She was right there, right? Yeah. There's blood everywhere. I was not expecting that. No. Well, I thought it was going to be BS, honestly.
These little motherfuckers are savage.
Yeah, I immediately thought she had got, hit by a car. And I seen the big, but I've never seen an exit wound in the head. Yeah. So I wasn't aware. Oh, yeah. She's laying down. It's all pulled out. it was. And she was still breathing?
Yeah.
Rapid breathing.
Yeah, the other side of those headshots don't be pretty.
Yeah. But I don't know. Medic said she ain't gonna. Yeah, more than likely. If she did, that's wild.
When police made contact with the 911 caller, they learned that he was just as confused about the situation as the deputies.
Discovering that shit changes like watch this.
He only became aware that something was amiss when he got a call from his neighbor across the street.
You didn't hear nothing at all? She told me it sounded like someone crashed into my dumpster and then there was 2 shots.
The neighbor in question made her way over to talk to the deputies directly. Unfortunately, what she said only served to make the situation even more mysterious.
So, around what time did you hear? You said it sounded like a gun,
Yeah, it wasn't a loud gunshot. I would say about 20, 30 minutes ago. It wasn't a loud gunshot, but I heard about 4 or 5. And I kind of blew it off casually, and then I just looked out of my window because I did think it was strange with it, how late it was. And I saw the car run into the dumpster. Mm-hmm. And once I seen the car run into the dumpster, I stepped out my door.
And
I seen a man run.
When you call yourself a demon, you turn into a demon, right? That's exactly. We got 753 people here, man. Double tap the screen, get the likes
out
up.
of the car towards down the road towards my yard, and I yelled at him, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then I seen him run back towards the car, take a minute, and I was calling him because it was his dumpster, and I seen him skirt off into the neighborhood.
You know, did you see if anybody was in? Was there only one? Was there?
I
several
only
people?
seen one person running, and it was a male. It had a male figure, had a hat on. I want to say he was like 5 foot, maybe, but it was only one dude running down the road.
This once again tracked with the evidence as police found several sets of footprints
short dude
at the scene.
Did you hear the crash first, or did you hear what sounded
I
like
heard the gunshots first.
Where did?
The deputies closed down the main entrances and exits to the Forest Lakes Park neighborhood.
I think the boyfriend started trying to fight in the front seat, and he blew his head off, and then they opened up the back seat and shot the 2 girls in the trunk,
hoping to catch the alleged shooter as he attempted to flee. Unfortunately, the area was heavily wooded, with plenty of places to hide and lots of back roads. This made for a difficult search for police and an easy getaway for the alleged perpetrator. Meanwhile, the hospital where the victim was being treated was able to provide some help in that regard. They identified the girl as 16-year-old Layla Silvernail. Her grandparents, who were her legal guardians, were understandably distraught. Detectives first made contact
blew her head off, man.
With her grandfather, Kenneth.
Layla was found, she was apparently with a gunshot wound, and she was taken to the hospital. So that's part of the reason why we came here, was to let you know about her status, but we also wanted to know any information that you had about who she was with yesterday, who she hanged out with.
Hey, tell her it was a headshot. Tell the family that she got shot in her head and the other side of her head was hanging out.
She had a gunshot wound.
Huh? She was shot. You're kidding.
No, that's what I told you when
This is what I've been trying to tell you. You're hanging around with a crew.
Kenneth hurried to the back of the house to get his wife, Lisa. Layla's grandmother only seemed to become more distressed when the detectives tried to ask her questions.
Lisa, come here. Lisa.
Out at night too, you know what I'm saying, Snake?
Lisa, have a seat right here.
Is my granddaughter okay? Will she be okay?
They're gonna explain it because the other girl that she was with was a runaway girl. You know, like they explain it. I'll ask the same question, but watch the story.
I don't know anything. That's fine.
I'm the victim advocate, okay? I'm here for you. Have a seat for us. We need some information so we can find out who did this, okay?
I like to know too.
We
I will
need...
go and I will shoot their asses. Oh no!
Listen, yeah.
Where was she shot at? Does anybody know anything?
She was shot in the head. Listen, that's all we have right now, okay?
The situation was actually more
little motherfuckers
horrifying than Lisa knew.
Hey, did you know you might get a big cash payout if you were in a car accident?
All right. If you're new here, double tap the screen.
On March 3rd.
We'll go to the top right and hit the 3 dots. Also, subscribe to the channel. It's free, you know. Thank you for all the new subscribers, people that have been coming to the channel, you know what I mean, checking me out, emailing me, Cash App, $ MACMEAN, MacMean. Put it in my pocket. It's better in my pocket than yours. All right, we're not monetized around here. Mr. Brock, salute, DMW shots, my brother Lanskeezy, everybody, DBCito.
31st, the morning after the shooting, the police stumbled upon the last thing they were expecting. Just blocks away from the crime scene where Layla was found,
another fucking body.
Police discovered a second victim, also suffering from a gunshot wound. There was little doubt that the 2 cases were connected, which made the search for the shooter all the more urgent. Back with Layla's grandparents, the detectives desperately tried to find out who might have been with Layla that night. Since they'd already found 2 victims, they had to wonder if more of her friends were hurt. Or in danger, too.
Dick, no freaky. Me too, man, sadly. Yo, you on the right channel, though. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Hey, yo, read that comment up there, man. That this man just wrote, man.
Diddy party. Like a Diddy party. Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party. Diddy party.
I think that we got new company here, man. I gotta let them know where they at. You feel me? You know?
too.
Lisa, look at me. Who was she with yesterday?
She came here.
Y'all remember the scene from Dumb and Dumber? or the scene from God forbid, God forgive me. From I'm gonna get you, sucker. Remember when he got the thing stuck in his hand? He's like, oh, and it was just a little splinter. Rest in peace to Shorty, man. All right, let's get back to series. Oh, this video right here, this is called Mom Horrified After 12-Year-Old Son's Confession. You know what I'm saying? We reacted to it, man. This is the video. I just put it in the chat. All right, we got a lot of people here. Let's get the lights up.
She came here with and I'm gonna tell you everything because I don't like the people she hangs around with anyway.
Okay, that's what we need. That's what we need.
Lisa said Layla was almost always with her boyfriend, 17-year-old Michael Hoda.
Wait a minute, Black Throat. What the fuck is that? I don't know what y'all be typing in these chats. Let me stay out there. You know what? Let me stay out of the comments for a second, man.
No. She also directed the police to Layla's best friend, who might have more information about her activities the day before the
going right along with you, DICK
shooting. Another name came up too, and it was one police were already familiar with.
And then that runaway girl, Camille.
Okay.
I think Camille got done the worst, y'all.
She was with her too yesterday.
Camille Quarles, 16, had been reported as a runaway by her aunt and legal guardian several weeks prior. It was an open secret that she'd been staying with Layla at her grandparents' house, but no one had successfully brought her home yet. When police made contact with Camille's aunt, Amy, she was not shy about expressing her frustration with the investigation.
I did call it in this morning to ask somebody to go through there, and nobody has called me back. I've called 5 or 6 times a day since she's been gone.
Even worse, Amy's son was hearing all kinds of gossip about the case at school. People were saying Camille had also been shot. The names of the victims and the location of the crime was seemingly common knowledge. Disturbingly, police had not yet confirmed if Camille was involved. Also, they'd not yet released the names of the victims or the location, which meant whoever was...
Get your vote on in the poll. Whoever was talking, they had to be involved with it because nobody, no details out yet.
Spreading this information had to be involved.
And there was another body discovered this morning in that neighborhood.
Okay.
I want to know if it's my child.
Okay. The second person is not Camille. I can't identify who that person is, but it's not her.
The identity of the second victim only made the case more dire, especially in regards to Camille's safety. Frustratingly, the police were still in the dark about most of the lead up to the crime, up until they got in touch with Layla's best friend, Gabby. She was more forthcoming and told the detectives that she'd spent the day with Layla and her boyfriend, Michael Hodo, and several other teens who would soon become an integral part of the case.
If you're on Medicare, Mount Carmel...
This was the second statement placing Camille at the scene of the crime, but disturbingly, there was still no sign of her. Prior to the shooting, Camille's aunt said she'd caught sight of her at the park once or twice and kept a close eye on her Instagram feed to see what she was up to. Since the night of the 30th, though, it had been radio silence. Back with the detectives, Layla's friend recounted their travels throughout the day and who else was with the group.
We went to Rob's. We went to I don't know if it's abandoned. Do you know what a trap house is? Yeah. Okay, so apparently, this kid Rob, I don't know him personally, but they do. Okay. They're friends or whatever, and we went over there and we chilled over there.
Significantly, Gabby said that Layla had been the one driving all day, but the only sign of her vehicle, a white Chevy Cruze, was a tire track left at the crime scene. The police hoped that finding the vehicle would offer some insight into what happened the night Layla was shot.
Do you know his last name or anything else about Rob?
No.
Now, this is how they cracked the whole shit open.
I don't really know if Rob is his real name or not, because I know some people know him as Reaper, Rob, and stuff like that. So
Was anyone else there at the house besides the three of you and Rob?
Well, there was this kid 3-5, but I don't know his real name.
What's 3-5 look like?
I don't know. He's 12. He's a little
It's a
kid.
12-year-old?
Detectives knew they needed to track down Rob and 3-5. They started with Rob, who they believed to be 17-year-old Robert Robinson, who was already incarcerated at a juvenile detention facility for a different offense. When detectives asked him about 3-5, he directed them to a boy named Christopher Atkins.
Snitched. So this motherfucker right here, Rob, aka Reaper. Reaper ends up being the most bitch out of all of them. You're gonna see why I say that. This guy on the left, Rob Reaper. You thinking this is the guy because he's 17. He's the responsible. The 12-year-old ain't got shit to do with this. He just got pulled along for the ride, right?
Shockingly, Gabby was right. He was only 12 years old. Since Chris and Rob were both minors, their mothers were asked to join them at the police station before any conversations took place. Chris's mother, Ashley, was the first to arrive.
I don't understand. Where the hell is my son? If he being questioned, why the fuck I'm not in there?
The 12-year-old moms. And honestly, but now that I look at it for the second time, I think that her son told her what happened, and she gave him the suggestion to blame it on his homies. You know what I mean? Because look, she's way too anxious. She knows what's going on.
Which things are where's the son?
She's listening to the walls, all type of shit. I'm telling you.
I'm right here.
They talking to him?
And she don't look surprised at all when her son say that he shot them people.
And no, they're all getting their stuff together.
It seems she wasn't convinced they weren't already questioning him, because Ashley did her best to hear what was going on in the other room. After almost 2 hours of waiting,
You're on that Trump train and you're in the chat, you know what I'm saying, just chilling with us, type ones.
Was finally escorted to the next room to join Chris.
Suck my dick, haha.
Who was visibly trembling.
I'm not even gonna time you out. I can't just play the video straight through. You want to go see this fucking video? I just share the link. I'm gonna share it again for you. Okay? Ha 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 ha. All right. Thank me later. Everything was cool what you said. Play the video, but bro, shut up. We don't rock with that. But I'm gonna let you live. If somebody time you out, that's your business. They vicious around here. I don't know what they doing because I'm looking at the stream yard.
Sure. Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. Did you want another jacket?
He's savage on the side, man. I don't give a fuck how many. See, the trolls, they get tired around here. Because you could have 100 accounts. I got 100 fucking moderators. Who cares? Every time you say something dumb, we're going to just snap on you. All right? Trump train.
Hey, are you sure? You look like you're cold. Let me get you. You say you have 4 siblings? Okay. You guys get along okay in the house?
One of the things students love about culinary school online with the Scopier is the toolkit.
The detectives set about gradually breaking the ice with
Look at that little motherfucker face.
Chris all the time.
Look at him. 12 years old. No soul. His soul is gone. He gone. Everybody buy that one. All right. No China Mac. He out of here. Take a snapshot of that dude's face. He's gone.
Appearing hyper-aware that he was only 12 years old. After taking all necessary precautions, like making both Chris and his mother aware of their rights, and establishing on record that Chris knew the difference between right and wrong, they finally got to the issue at hand.
So, Chris, what I'd like to start with talking
letters
to you about is, and like I said, I just want you to be honest with us. I'd like you to talk to me about last Thursday night.
First, we made him eat. Then we watched TV.
He fucked himself right up, yo.
And I went to sleep for a little bit. And I heard something outside. I opened the door. There was nothing outside now. I think I went to sleep.
So I think what you just told me was what you probably had rehearsed in your mind several times.
Listen, I just want to know, man, just sidebar. Am I the only one still tripping about this, or do I need to just get this out the show? Because y'all notice I haven't showed it at not even one time today, right? Now, if you look at this ensemble that Tupac is wearing, this is one of the things that makes me hate hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? I love it, but I hate it because of this. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're triggered by this, you know, because he was your favorite rapper, you think that I'm trying to disrespect him in any way. No, I'm celebrating him. I'm showing love to Tupac Shakur.
Tell a police officer if you ever had to talk about that Thursday night. Because sitting here and talking to you with your mom here crying and knowing that you have these siblings, you're probably...
I got way worse than that. Way worse. Way worse.
In sort of an embarrassing and shameful position. If you are sorry for what happened, repent for it and start.
Yeah, all eyes on me. We don't want to go down. We don't want to go. Okay, you know what? Let's just do it real quick, right? Let's get it out the way. Name your favorite Tupac song in the chat. Two favorite Tupac songs in the chat will be highlighted. What's your favorite Tupac song? Okay. All right, let me go highlight it. You know what I'm saying? Not grown, looking at alphabets. You got my sub, attorney. I'm looking for Tupac songs. What the fuck? Oh, hell no. All eyes on me. No wonder. Tupac is that wild for real. Let me see. Annoyed. LOL. You're right. His mom already knows. Zebra draws. Doubling down. I want to see. Crystal says. Right? Okay, check it out. This is what we can do, right? Phony photos. This is not no AI, man. Okay, that's phony. Is Meek Mill in the cage phony? I'm not going to show y'all, but I just want to know. What do you think? Right? Who shot you is Biggie Smalls, but that's a pain. Brenda's got a baby. Bro, the video you talking about Pac with Death Row hat, and I don't get it. Well, listen, Tupac was getting ready for what's that shit? Digital Underground video. And it's not a phony photo. It is what it is, man. California Love. Appropriate. When we ride on our enemies is foul. Why would somebody go to the chat and say that their favorite Tupac song is When We Ride on Our Enemies? Y'all tell me. All right, what else we got here? Is that real? How do you want it, Alvin? That's just foul. How do you want it? Holla if you hear me, or holla if you see me. Shorty gonna be a thug. Oh shit, are you down? Are you down with me? Are you no? Are you still down? Are you still down? Rusty in the building. AI didn't exist in the 90s. So no photos of him back then. It's altered. That's a fact. That was definitely a not long sleeve. That definitely wasn't bell bottoms that he had on. Me Against the World. Unborn child. Pause. Still down. Friend Like Me. Fake. Salute to everybody that wasted their time to type that shit in the chat. About Moist Def. I know I got it here. Moist Def. Moist. It used to be Most Def. That was a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Start hanging out with this crowd. No more Most Def. It's only Moist Def. You know what I mean? And I heard that's the only time he really get gangster is when he's slapping the motherfucker for calling him Most Def. Said my name is Moist. I'm now a old woman. Yeah, I'm an old woman. You feel me? I want the kind of music you listen to now. Jesus. Let's get back to Killer Chris.
Start from the very beginning and go to the very end without me having to pull it from you. Because somebody that I have to pull each individual action from, that tells me that they don't really want to say what they did wrong, that they don't feel bad for it.
Reaper down there has been super honest.
Watch these niggas rat, and you can't say this mother with that head wrap on didn't know that her son killed those fucking 3 people.
He it took him a minute to get comfortable with me, and
he don't need no cigarette, no Coca-Cola can, nothing. He's just gonna tell.
He's told me everything down to details that only he would know. and
that's involved in it.
That nobody else would know.
Some of the details, he points finger at you.
17-year-old Rob, also known by the concerning moniker Reaper, was also being questioned. Just like Chris, Rob and his mom Erica were both advised of their Miranda rights before the interrogation commenced.
I'm trying to bring the best way to say this to you guys. We're investigating several different incidents that occurred over the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
One being a theft of side-by-side. One being the theft of, a burglary. We're investigating a robbery, and we're investigating a murder. Okay? Murder. Mm-hmm. So,
the first ones you named is believable. The last one you named is not.
You don't have the heart to go. That's for a fact.
okay. What'd you do on Thursday all day?
I mean, I was home all day. Like, I was home all Thursday.
Okay, who were you with? Did anybody come over? Did we hang out with anybody? Did you go anywhere with anybody?
I didn't go nowhere. Came over at like 1 o'clock.
What'd you guys do?
All right, I'm gonna have to take a left turn, right? Because I gotta go run to Walmart, right? But from what I hear from the grapevine, what time is it, y'all? It's 8:35. All right, check it out. At 10 o'clock, I'm gonna do another live, and it's gonna be on this right here. Little homie's a killer. Okay, y'all want to look at that video? It's called "Mom Horrified After 12-Year-Old Son's Confession." Go look up that. Damn near 6 million views on this shit, and they just dropped that a couple of days, like last week. I want to see Kamala Harris in Detroit right now. They said Obama's on stage fucking talking. No wonder that's where everybody's at right now. Eminem, hey yo, she paid Eminem, is what I heard. Salute the Mac attack on the job. Look at this shit. 10 o'clock, I'm coming out here. I gotta talk about this. I'm gonna tear Eminem to shreds. The fuck you think you doing? They trying to go get the white man now too? You dirty rat. Dirty bitch. Eminem expected to introduce Barack Obama at Kamala Harris rally in Detroit. Bitch garbage. She's garbage. All right, give me 1 second. Here you go. Gotta be fucking kidding me. This is the Detroit Free Press. Oh.
We're putting an end.
They got Eminem up here doing the devil work.
And the point is,
let me see. How much did they pay Eminem? Now I gotta go find out how much they paid Eminem.
a fascist to the core. Does that sound like someone that we should hire? No, that is not what this country needs. We know that. We need a president who will put our country first, above herself, every single day.
Oh, they punching at the air right now. They grabbing for straws. Eminem to introduce Obama. Oh, I'm about to wild out tonight. They put his song on. Oh wow. Nah, I ain't getting no shit. This is Eminem with the beard. This is Eminem with the beard. This is bearded Eminem. This is a bearded Eminem. So to introduce the worst thing that happened to us, Obama.
Detroit. What up, though?
Well, he gonna act extra black tonight.
Look,
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I like white Eminem. I ain't really digging this new black Eminem.
So look, I wrote down a few things I wanted to say. I love you too. Thank you.
Eminem just canceled himself.
I'm here tonight for a couple of important reasons. As most of you know,
I ain't gonna lie, man. Black dudes don't listen to Eminem anyway. I'm gonna keep it real. Black dudes don't listen to Eminem. No disrespect, but we don't.
the city of Detroit and the whole state of Michigan.
I don't want to hear about a dude raping nobody and popping pills and killing his mother and all this other weird shit, and then turn around and make a love song about his fucking own daughter.
Mean a lot to me. Going into this election,
Eminem's a weirdo. Fuck Eminem.
the spotlight is on us more than ever, and I think it's important to use your voice. So I'm encouraging everybody to get out and vote, please.
Roll the die, nigga.
I also think that people shouldn't be afraid to express their
Also, all
opinions.
my respect too, Vanessa. Funky ass sellout. Eminem has cooked himself as soon as he came out with the song dissing Trump. Wildin'. He's a clown. Fucking poison.
And I don't think anyone wants an America where people are
Trash ass music. Nobody listening to you anyway, Holmes. And all of y'all talking about Detroit is the best place in the world to live, man. Knock it off. It was the best place when Trump was in office, turning it into something. Because before that, all you heard was sad tales and documentaries on how bad Detroit is.
worried about retribution of what people will do if you make your opinion known.
Now, with the one thing that's worse than a white bitch, a white woman with cornrows yelling Black Lives Matter and retribution is a white dude doing it. Being that we talking about race, right? God's work. That's what I do. All right. Right now, I gotta get up out of here, man. I gotta go. That's word to Sherry Shepherd and me. All right. I'm about to go to this Diddy party, man. Too bad he's not gonna be there. You know. Diddy's actually in front of his cell dancing, making new dance moves up and shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how the show goes. You know what I'm saying? Just a reminder.
Seems like yesterday I had lots of dough. I got Biggie shot and nobody know. Shoot the club up, pass the gun to J-Lo.
All right, salute to everybody that came. You know what I'm saying? I might be out here again tonight at 10 o'clock. Subscribe to the channel on your way out the door. It's at the top right. Hit the 3 dots. You know what I mean? I'll get with y'all later.
Between your shower and this, you need this. FDS Feminine Deodorant Spray has powder to absorb moisture. Use it every day to feel fresh, dry, and confident. FDS. Make it your second deodorant.